Brought to you by GTA, your island, your network.
Gary Guile was shocked when he went to pick up his 5-year-old autistic son from school on Wednesday.
This is the first time that I walked in and I saw him tied to a chair.
Just as shocking, Guile says the teacher told him his son did it to himself.
So my son sat down in the chair on his own free will and strapped himself down in the chair and then sat there long enough in the chair to urinate on himself.
Guile says his son's teacher said he was out of control, that he was running around the classroom, throwing things and tearing posters off the wall. But Guile claims the classroom wasn't trashed and looked the same as usual when he walked in. The only thing unusual was his son sitting near the middle of the classroom, strapped down in a wooden chair with armrests.
They said, "We just got this chair in." I said, "For what? The specific purpose to strap in the child, or the child don't want to listen or comprehend or follow directions?" And she goes, "No, we only do that to certain children." I go, "Certain children? Children like my son who has a speech problem, who is somewhat autistic, that can't speak out for himself? Very convenient for you guys here at the school to strap in my son and use him as a test to show the other kids that, hey, this is what happens if you're a bad child. We're going to strap you in the chair and we're going to make you sit here."
Upset, Guile made an official complaint with the main office. He says the vice principal took pictures of his son, who he claims also had marks on his left forearm and shoulder. Guile says they appeared to be nail marks from whoever allegedly restrained his son. He says he then left because he thought the school would call and report it to police. That didn't happen, and instead the following morning, on Thursday, Guile called the police, who responded to the Minginglao campus, conducted interviews, and filed a report. Since the incident, Guile says his son hasn't been back to school. Instead, he's looking into the possibility of enrolling him elsewhere.
These are teachers, these are trained professionals. That is their job, to take care of the safety and well-being of the child, to teach them and to further their education. And then I come there and then I see my son strapped to a chair as if he was some kind of animal.
Acting DOE Superintendent Joe Sanchez says these allegations are very serious and he's conducting a thorough investigation. He adds he has spoken with the school management and the representatives from the Head Start program, and interviews are ongoing. He says the wooden chair was described to him as one that is used for children who may have a disability or difficulty sitting in a chair, but it is by no means to be used to discipline or restrain children. He adds a teacher has been placed on administrative leave pending the outcome of their internal investigation. Additionally, the findings from GPD's investigation will also be taken into consideration.
Brought to you by GTA, your island, your network.